What is happening, life gainers? We made it through another week. We are another week closer to the Christmas holiday, and we are therefore another week closer to another episode of Power and Hawkeye. Hopefully, you all have been able to survive some of the craziness that has happened this week, from Juicy Smollett being convicted of staging a hoax to people fighting for PlayStation 5s. Folks is charging over $1,000 for them, to people going crazy on airplanes, beating up air marshals and attacking the Delta Air ladies. I mean, damn, people, can we just chill out? It's the holiday season. You're supposed to be getting with your families. Swallow a chill pill, man. But ladies, speaking of a chill pill, if this dude got on a Killmonger shirt, I'm done. Ladies and gentlemen, the living legend, the tech living legend, the DC living legend. It's the big homie, Larry in the.
No, it's not Killmonger today, man. It's Wakanda University, you know.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say, man, this dude done came and disrespect this show with that Killmonger mess. How you doing,
It's
bro?
no disrespect. I mean, you can't disrespect anything when you're talking about the true and rightful ruler of Wakanda. You know, I'm
Ladies
just
and
saying, we all
gentlemen,
know what it is. We all know what
post
it
your
is.
comments. Post your comments. Post your comment. Let this man know who the rightful ruler of Wakanda is. Let him know. Let him know. What's up, Buzz? So Big Larry, how the week been for you, my brother, before we dive into all this good stuff?
Oh, week's been cool, man. Week has been cool. Just been trying to get a little bit of Christmas shopping done, and yeah, I did a haul video tonight before I came on here. I did my weekly haul video, so a bunch of people sent me a bunch of stuff. So
Oh, for
you
real?
know,
Wow. Man, I was just telling everybody about how folks going crazy over them PS5s, man. I was like,
oh
what?
yeah,
And,
people
and,
are
and
losing their
guess
time picking minds.
guess who got like five of them joints?
Oh,
And
you know our man does in Detroit.
yeah, man, T Streams
T
got like,
Streams gets his gaming stuff on.
yo, man, I don't know how this dude keep pulling this stuff off, man. But T Streams got. If you need a PlayStation 5, go hit my man T Stream. His link is in the video description. My man
I
got
think T Streams
PlayStation.
has a direct connect. I think he has friends in Japan or something. They're sending them direct.
Yo, Larry, he's got to. Cause do you remember when the PS4 was in shortage? He had them too.
You can't even find him in the country, and he's got like 5 of them.
Dude got like five, but I'll be seeing my man this Christmas. So whatever he got, I'm gonna let you guys know what's going on with him.
He has so
Anyway,
many. He felt guilty and posted about it. Was like, I feel guilty. If you need one, hit me up. I feel a little bad. I have so many.
yeah, he did. He
You
did,
know.
man. T Streams got that work if you need it. Shout out to everybody that came through to see the good folks on Friday night. I know it's tough to come and spend your time with us on Friday night. We greatly appreciate it. Big time Larry, how did you like the last episode of Power?
Man, I liked it. I liked it. But
Oh
sometimes
boy.
they're starting to do some things that make no sense to me, man.
Like
And
what? Like what? Like the people want to know, man. We want to know. We want to know.
all right, so they're up there. Tariq goes to Congressman Tate or Councilman
Councilman
Tate
Tate. Yeah, yeah.
so that he can get some help with child services so he can see Raina, right? Or not Raina, his other little sister. And
Yes. Yes.
I'm thinking to myself, your roommate is the son of one of the most connected people in the country. Forget the little councilman. Your roommate, your best friend, your drug dealing partner is the son of one of the most prosperous dudes in the country and one of the most connected people in the country. All you need to do is go to Brayden and be like, "Yo, man, my sister's in whatever. Can you have your dad talk to somebody?"
Larry,
Done.
he ain't even got to do that. Remember, Tariq is connected to somebody more powerful than Braden people. Tariq connected to Stearns.
There you go. right there. You know, right there.
But Larry, we got to get Councilman Tate in the story because they're trying to transition to his power influence because he's getting the spinoff with his brother. So they had to throw him in there for austerities. And you know he's going to get Professor Addiction's draws.
Man, they up there trying to make her seem like she's all chaste this year. I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, she was up there giving up the goodie bags every other episode last season. Now they're gonna make it seem like she's just chasing character who's above it all. And oh no, you have me all wrong. I don't have you all wrong.
Larry, you should have seen some of the comments from women because I got in on her. I'm done with her. You remember I told you last week I broke up with her, TV folk. I was telling women, why she all of a sudden trying to act hard? So first they tried to tell me, oh, because she don't like short men. I was like, yeah, right. Her problem is not, she doesn't have selective addiction. She has an addiction.
Yes.
Addiction. Mean she shuns no dicks. That's the thing with her. And she up here giving Councilman Tate a hard. Larry, by what episode is he gonna get the draws?
I'm gonna give her 2 more episodes. One episode. Well, the next episode, it's gonna be her with more of her drama, but she's gonna find herself in some real trouble, and Tate's gonna try and help her out of it. And once he helps her out of it, that hard shell she's been trying to put forth is gonna crack. Exactly. And so is that lock and key.
Exactly. So, because you saw him overhearing the conversation when Detective Bodyguard was in there. You know he was soaking that up like a sponge in an olive oil pan. He was soaking it up. And
the thing that gets me though.
Yeah, go ahead.
The thing that gets me. What's his name said he used to be involved with Professor Megram.
Meth McLean.
No, not Meth McLean. The other dude, the white dude, when they used to work together. Apparently they used to have something going on.
Oh yeah, Detective Bodyguard.
Yeah, and she even said that is personal, and that he said you're only doing this because it's personal and whatnot. I'm thinking to myself, this would not stand up at all in a court of law. Like if I was that dude's boss, I would say you cannot be in anywhere near this case. I don't want you consulting on it. I don't want you working it. In fact, I'm going to send you to another precinct while this case is going on, because if they get anything on her from him, it's getting kicked. If I'm the judge and I hear that, I'm like, nope, I'm kicking it. Matter of fact, if I was her attorney, I would just immediately call for if it went to trial, I would immediately say that it was a mistrial. I wouldn't even let it get to a mistrial. I would just immediately call for the charges to be dismissed. I would claim it was harassment, everything else, and I would have the case dismissed with prejudice, so they couldn't even go after her again.
I don't even think, Larry, that his boss knows anything, and she ain't even got a lawyer yet. Like she keep pretending like she got a lawyer. She ain't got no lawyer yet.
And she's a lawyer. She should know better.
Right. She's acting so disheveled. Now, the way that she gets treated by him, that's not realistic of her character, because she's not no dummy. I mean, she just because she's giving it up to everybody, she's not a dummy. She's a smart woman. But when he comes around, she just lose all her sensibilities, Larry. Like she lied, says she got a lawyer. She ain't got one. She's a lawyer, and she know good and well that they had a relationship. He should not be on this case. She should be calling his boss saying, look, he's harassing me. We had a past. Whatever y'all doing to investigate, it shouldn't be him.
Yeah. Exactly. And then just make sure that everything is thrown out if they try and come after her.
So what do you think about Zeke, Larry? And before you give me your opinion of Zeke, let me play. You know I got to do it to him, Larry, because you remember he stole us last season with that famous line, Professor Meegle, she don't know nothing. She don't know nothing. So this season, Larry, he's giving us a new line. Take a look at this. This was pure comedy.
Shit! You always talk about having my best interest at heart, but you don't tell me shit to... Shit! You always talk about having my best interest at heart, but you don't tell me shit to protect myself. This is my life. My career. What the fuck did you just get me into?
Damn, I'm sorry, Zeke. I should have took that card away from you. I'm gonna make this right, I promise.
Zeke started spitting Mary J. Blige lyrics. It's my life, my life, my life.
Oh my goodness, man, Larry.
Oh man.
So Larry, you know he's disheveled right now. And in a minute, I'm gonna play you a preview to what's supposed to happen next episode. But before I do that, I want to ask you this: how many episodes before he get Professor Megram draws again?
Next episode.
Damn, God. My man didn't give us no pass go. He didn't say, maybe after the Christmas break. My man said the very next episode. Oh my Lord, have mercy.
I mean, but can we talk about Zeke though? I mean, both of them might have a sex addiction because she's up there getting it up. I mean, this dude hadn't broke up with Carrie, but for like 5 minutes, he was already in the bed with some other Becky.
Well, Larry, I've seen that happen to people a lot. That when they have to break up with when they break up with someone they really care about and they still hurting, they try to go pawn off their feelings on some rando. I've seen that before.
They say the quickest way to get over somebody, when they tell women the quickest way to get over someone is to get underneath someone else.
It ain't true. It's not true. And obviously, you see in this story with him, it's not going to be true either. He smashed Becky, but he's about to be running right back to Carrie because his family got him in a world of hurt. And Larry, did you see how they introduced the sports agent that he's going to probably wind up having to use in the next episode too?
Maybe. I like that this dude is real, coming off as real sort of schwarmy and whatever. That's the type of dude that you need when you get into trouble like that, because that's the type of dude that's like, I don't care what you did. I don't care who you did it with. Right. We are about making money here, and as long as I can keep this gravy train rolling, I'm going to keep you out there and make you workable. And
exactly, that's what I
mean. That's basically what I hate to say it, but he's one of those agents that's sort of like a pimp. He's like, as long as I can keep you on the track working, I'm gonna keep you on the track working. But he will go to bat for you.
He's a fixer, man. He's a fixer. He looks slimy as hell, and he's gonna be greasy as hell in this show. You know it, Larry. You know it.
But that's the type of agent you need when either you're dirty or you have a bunch of dirty people around you. Now, if you're clean, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming LeBron James is clean because I have not heard peep one of a scandal around him. But, if you're LeBron James, you don't need or want an agent like that because you don't have any need for him. But if you're, Aaron Hernandez, you need to problem solve.
Larry, if you Aaron Hernandez, there's only one agent you can get, and his name is Jesus. That's the only help you're going to be able to get if you Aaron Hernandez. Ain't no earthly being going to be able to save you from that mess. None. So, Larry, what'd you think about this? Tariq done smashed little Lauren. And before he smashed, he asked her, you sure you okay with it? And she was like, yeah. But it looks like my theory might come true. Like I said, Tariq gonna get somebody pregnant. I just didn't think it would be Lauren because I didn't see him wrap up nothing.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't seem like he did. He seemed like he went straight in for the win. Right. I'll tell you, man, that scene to me was so disappointing, right?
Oh, boy.
Because I remember when Power first started. When it first started, there was so much skin. It's like it should have been on Cinemax or Skinemax. There was so much there. Every episode, Angie and Ghost were getting it in so much. So I was like, I'm tired of seeing these two naked, But now, what do we get? Some random stripper titties? That's it.
Larry, to be honest with you, I was glad that they didn't show that girl breast. I was. I can't lie, Larry, because I still look at her as a kid. And to be honest with you, it was hard for me to even look at that scene because I still kind of look at her. I know she's an adult. Don't get me wrong. I know she's grown. But I was glad she kept her tatas covered up. And it is awfully hard for me to look at Tariq messing around because I still kind of see him as a kid too.
Now, I feel you on that. Like, I don't look at Lauren as a kid because I didn't meet Lauren as a kid. We met her in college. But I feel what you're feeling about Effie. Like I don't like it's weird when I see because it's like with Effie, we met her when she was in high school. So it's like she still seems like a kid. Tariq in the same way. When I saw Tariq getting in, it was like, oh man, he's a kid. It was sort of like watching it was sort of watching watching Arya in that episode of Game of Thrones. I was like, wait a minute, Arya?
Man,
I was like, but I guess she's a woman now, but it just didn't seem right, you know?
But I'm gonna tell you this, Larry, you ain't got to worry about that when Diana finally decided to get it in.
Oh yeah, Diana's about to go get it.
Yeah,
she's already going behind her mom's back and working stuff. All of this stuff her mom's telling her to stay away from Tariq, that's all about to be straight up out the window. She's about to do what she wants to do.
Now, if any of them going to get pregnant, Diana would be my guess. That's who I think.
You think so?
Yeah, that would be my pick for who would get pregnant. That's what I did my video on. If any of those girls he's in this quadrangle with Diana, Effie, Lauren, and Braden's sister, it would definitely be Diana he would get pregnant if I had to pick one of them.
No, I don't think it would be Braden's sister. He might smash or something, but I don't think it's gonna be Braden's sister. But I think who it will probably be, if it's any of them, will be Lauren. And I think the reason why is because getting Lauren pregnant will cause the most problems.
You think that will cause more problems than Diana getting pregnant? Because Monet gonna trip.
Yeah, Monet will trip, but Monet will just be like, she'll trip and then she'll be disappointed. And then she'll be like, well, you part of the family now. So, that's that. Done. And then, if Effie gets pregnant, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
We haven't even seen Effie. We don't even know if Effie has parents. People are still speculating on if Tejada's her daddy or something. We don't know anything about Effie. We don't know if anybody cares about Effie, well, anyway.
Right.
But Lauren is the good girl. Lauren is the girl from the good family that's educated, and the people at school seem to like her. She's popular, she's beautiful, and now she comes up pregnant by this dude whose dad had a questionable history, and now Tariq is running around with his somewhat questionable. I think that would cause problems more than anything as far as drama is concerned.
Well, let me throw this.
Now she's pregnant. She wants more. She wants to know more about him, and all this I gotta go stuff just doesn't cut it anymore. Because it seems like you can't just dip out on me. I'm carrying your baby, but now all of a sudden,
let's put it like this then, Larry. Let's say that, because I think we might see this happening, but I want to get your opinion on this. You see, Yaz got to go somewhere. And Tariq is trying to get an apartment and do his own thing. We know that. We just know that shit ain't gonna happen. He done put Braden as the president of course. Larry, we know that's about to go left. Is there any way Yaz could wind up being with Lauren's parents temporary until Tasha come back on the show? And then you have Diana pregnant while Yaz is with Lauren's people because she has nowhere else to go.
That's interesting. She could very well end up with Lauren's parents, but we already got an idea that the daughter's not going back to the grandma. It's probably not going to end up with Tariq, but the daughter said, I don't want to go back and live with her, So I
can't blame her, Larry. Would you want to be with someone? Would you want to be in that situation? I wouldn't.
No. But I think I wouldn't be surprised if she ended up with Lauren's parents. That would be interesting if that really happened.
It would,
because then her parents are going to be all up in their business, his business, and they'll start to learn more about who Tariq is, who his family is, all that, and then it becomes an issue of do we want this person around our daughter? But now, how do we not? Because their kid, the baby's becoming a part of our family now. I mean, that could be a really, really interesting plot twist right there.
So Tressa C makes a great comment about Lauren's family. They're really not financially. They got it together, Larry, but mentally and other aspects they don't, because remember the brother had a fallout last year. He wasn't all that close to the family. Kind of like a red herring. So, but right now, the issue with Yaz is they just want her somewhere where the finances are stable. That's kind of why Tariq had to pay that money to get Course Correct turned into an LLC.
Right.
But
Tressa C also said he could technically get 4 people pregnant at once, which is possible if he starts to smash Braden's sister too. It would be really Larry, interesting if he got more than one person pregnant.
That would be great, but don't you think it would piss off the sisters that watch this show if he got Braden's sister Becca pregnant?
maybe, but maybe they wouldn't care if they got the other 3 pregnant. But I'll tell you, it'd be funny if he and Braden, ended up smashing Effie, and then Effie came up pregnant, and they didn't know who did, and they didn't, because Effie, she started looking at Braden a little different after Braden was was handling his business. She looked at him a little bit differently. I think she always looked at him as just a stupid little rich kid and blah blah blah. But since he, she realized, he might be a real dude. He might be rich and from that family, but he also might have a spine and be a real dude. And she looked at him a little different. It'd be funny if that really happened. If
it would be nuts, man. By the way, we've got 150 watching. Can we please get everybody to just go and click that like button? Just click it. Helps the channel grow. And we do accept super chats too. If anybody in that 150 want to throw some money somebody's way, I ain't gonna take off nothing today, but you can throw a little cash here and there.
You don't have to super chat $150. Just super chat 200.
Now, Larry, I made a video this week. Let me get your opinion. The damn chef, Larry. He's not really a chef.
That is not a damn chef.
Thank you. I do. Larry, there is no way in hell.
That's his man's in him who likes to cook.
Larry, he ain't cooking. That's Hello Fresh he getting delivered, and he be pretending like he cooking.
He's got a little hibachi grill up there.
Yeah,
just doing this.
Bro, I'm telling you, Larry, what do you think is the background of this dude? Because the dude knows Mecca's background. He knows Mecca went to Kuwait. Do you think that he's partners with Mecca? Do you think he's Mecca's muscle? I call him Chef Assassin. Chef Boyar Assassin is what I call him. But what is the real deal? Because I can easily see him taking that knife by the edge, Larry, and flinging it at somebody's eyeball and popping it out. Talk about that chef, Larry. He'll kill him.
Yeah, I think the chef and Mecca are probably partners. I think they're not, and not like business partners. And you got to clarify things nowadays.
Yeah.
But I think they're probably partners, because the dude definitely is around. He Mecca speaks to, does business in front of him, all of that, and he was very clear. Dude was clear he didn't want certain things said, because it was dude started to get loose of the lips, and Mecca stepped in right away and was like, "Why don't you take these 2 over there and go take them to the couch?" And dude still just couldn't take the hint. Still kept on, yapping his jaws, and then Mecca came over and just choked. Now that dude is straight comedy. He choked that dude all the way out. And then told homegirl, "Don't worry, he'll be back online in a minute." That was the funniest ish I've heard in a long time. He said, "Don't worry, dude, he'll be back online in a minute."
So then the thing goes to Larry. You got to believe that Mecca and this guy, they're not just common whatever they're doing. They're running something international. What do you think about that?
They were probably in the service together. They probably can trust each other with each other's lives, because they've had to before. They both know that they'll kill. They probably have both killed, and now they're just doing their thing. They probably, they realize like a lot of people do. They go to the military. They find people that they get in the ish with them. They become friends for life. They trust each other with each other's lives. And I don't know what this dude was into before, but maybe he was from a crime family, or maybe he just realized, hey, there's a lot of money to be made, and now they're making it.
Yeah, man.
It's still interesting that that he's like the chef. Like, I would not be at all surprised if it turns out that all of this stuff, like, I don't want to say Mecca's working for dude, but I wouldn't be surprised if Mecca's sort of a front, you know?
That wouldn't surprise me either. Like, dude, the chef could be the boss for all we know.
Yeah.
Here's a comment. The chef is a killer and he's the enforcer for Mecca. They won't see the chef coming because they think he's not important. Kane don't think that.
No.
Kane kept looking at that chef like, man, I might need to be scared of your ass. Kane, the rest of the people might feel that way, but not Kane. Kane was looking at this dude nervous as hell, and Kane's supposed to be tough. Kane's supposed to be tough. So what we gonna do with 2-Bit, Larry? Because 2-Bit got to come back and get the money that Tariq on. What we gonna do by him?
Oh, man, I know. What are they getting? I don't know, man. I don't think we're seeing 2-Bit till like the last episode. You know? I think they're gonna bring 2-Bit in the last episode, and they're gonna transition him over into the Tommy show. I think from that.
Yeah, he definitely going to Tommy show. I mean, that's a given. He going to Tommy show.
I don't really think he has a place right now because he can't show up on campus after they're investigating that kid who got, you know, he murdered on at the pool. He can't really just show up around Tariq now because there's too much heat on him.
Right. Which that's what Power likes to do, though, Larry. Power just likes to keep dumping stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff to the point you forget sometimes the original stuff that got dumped on top of stuff. Right. Power loves to do that.
But, you know, 2-Bit was very, very much a street dude. And,
he was
you know, in this particular show, he doesn't really have a place because even though they're selling drugs, they're not really selling. They're not on the streets. Like, what's his name? Kane keeps talking about, oh, we're going to be on the streets. We're doing this. But they never really show him outside of like that one episode that they had with Kane and Braden's brother. They don't really show him on the streets like that. You know?
Well, here's the thing. I'm glad you mentioned that, Larry, because that's a great transition to what's going to happen next episode because Kane, Braden wants to get on the street. And Tariq being smart is like, Braden, hell no. We got a good thing going with Course Correct, the 3D printer. Nah. But Braden, because he came up a privileged kid and he didn't get a chance to see life outside of that privilege, he thinks he wants to be doing that. And Kane is about to take him down a road, Larry. Let me show you the preview for the next episode and give these people some predictions and see what they got to say.
We got to come up with $1 million in 3 days, so let's get this money.
Got to make a big move for my cousin, then I got to leave town. Go, 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 go. Try.
Listen, Davis, they're trying to arrest Zeke for murder.
Sounds like you're alleging a cover-up. I'll need you to go away. I don't take orders from you. Everyone takes orders from me.
Everyone, you know, you are like on a whole different level of boss status. Just like,
yeah, man.
It's like he wasn't mad or insulted.
No,
it was just sort of, he was just sort of like a funny. It was just like that's cute. You know Larry, what this is. Stop playing. You know, everybody takes orders from me. Just
Larry, he didn't blink. He didn't flinch. He didn't say it like he was mad. He didn't say it like he got rubbed the wrong way at all. That dude said, everybody takes orders from me, bro. I mean,
it's so matter of fact about it. It's like, when you're 10 years old and you tell your parents, you can't tell me what to do. You're not the boss of me. You know, your parents are literally the boss of you. You know?
I got a question for the living legend. Angela Helper says, question, is where Mecca's getting his drugs. All the connections in the past Power season were from other countries. Well, Angela, before Larry go into that, we just discussed that this guy is at the very least international. We don't know how international, but at the very least, he's international. What you think, Larry?
Yeah, definitely. I think he's I wouldn't be surprised if the chef dude that he works with is, you know, that their connect is coming through his people.
Yes.
You know,
Larry, that's it. That he's got some connection in Asia, Japan, somewhere that's helping him. And he's kind of like overseeing, making sure, helping Mecca, you know, make sure things get expedited. Wow. So we haven't seen that clip, Larry. And Braden getting more and more on the street. Did you see how Braden saved Kane from getting shot up on them streets?
I did.
I got the
did.
clip.
It makes me wonder, was that like a real save, or was that some setup save? Because they're all, I mean, they're right now, Kane is really trying to just like gas Braden up. So it's like, is that real, or was that just to build him up a little bit?
Larry, I think that was real.
Think that was real?
In that same clip, Braden is inside the store, and they showed that they had a summer trailer where Braden was robbing a jewelry store. So Braden just getting more and more hood with his joint. And I don't know if this was the exact store, but I saw Braden in the store in the trailer. He comes out, scoops up Kane. They shoot up the damn car, and you see these dudes with their guns out. And Braden, I think, this could be a setup by Kane, like you're thinking. This all could be staged by Kane to suck Braden in, because now you see before he left out of town, he was talking to Mecca. He's like, yo, I got something to do with the family, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, Larry, do you think there's any chance Rick Sweeney, the politician, is involved in some international mess? Because Mecca popping up on the scene, I just don't see him just wanting to just get Monet. Like they got us thinking one of the primary tenets of why he's here, based on what Nuff said, is Monet. But it's got to be bigger than that, don't you think?
I mean, we're going to find something out about this Sweeney dude. I don't know what it's going to be, but, like, I know Tate wants some info on him. I would not be at all surprised if it turns out that the info that Tariq ends up getting turns out to be something like what's his name? Sweeney was up there, messing with Braden's sister at the hunting lodge every year or something like that, or like, because she didn't seem like she had any kind of love lost for him. She was sort of like, this dude's a dick and she didn't like him. And I wouldn't be at all surprised if that's what turns out, like this dude was messing with this young girl and it's about to come out and that's the info. And that might even cause some issue with Braden and Tariq, especially if Braden knows that Tariq knows and he's like, yo, this is my family business. You can't let this go. You can't let it out. And Tariq is like, yeah, whatever. I got to worry about my family business.
So here's one thing they talked about, and I got to doing some thinking about why do they need this money? So in this scene, they're talking about they need $1 million in 3 days. Kane talking about he's going out of town. Larry, what do you assume they need that kind of money for? And see, and I'm gonna tell you what I think after you go.
Geez.
Why would you need $1 million that quickly?
The only thing I can think of $1 million that quickly is they need bond so they can get Tejada out of jail. Because they already said they think they have a way that they can get him out. And I'm thinking maybe the court's gonna say, okay, we're gonna let him out on bond while he awaits a new trial or something. I don't know.
No, man, that money is from Davis McClain. Because think about the Tejada thing. The Tejada thing has been done behind Monet's back by Diana. Diana's doing that all on her own. And that's only going to lead to my prediction from earlier before the season started. It's going to be Diana, Lorenzo, and Drew versus Monet, Mecca, and Kane. And the question is going to be, which family is Tariq going to fall in line with? If he gets Diana pregnant, that's an easy decision.
Right.
If not, we'll see where it goes. But I think that money is all for Davis McClain because they got to do something to protect Zeke. That's what I think. Because Detective Bodyguard, he ain't going nowhere, Larry.
Yeah. I'll tell you, man. I mean, Mecca and Monet must have had something real because it did not take but a hot second for her to fall right back in there. It wasn't like dude did a whole lot of convincing. I mean,
well Larry, think about it like this.
The guy took her on a helicopter ride and bought her a meal.
Well, at least he ain't get the draws, Larry. He ain't get the draws. And you got to think, he caught her in a very low moment because she's tired of Lorenzo. She's tired of showing up to Lorenzo's joint, giving him the draws, mundane, same old, same old. But at the end of the day, Monet, what do you expect when you're dealing with a drug dealer? And now you're about to possibly dealing with another one. She still don't know he's the connect. She just thinks he's an international trader. That's what she thinks he is. some
Yeah,
international
she has
trader.
to know better.
I would
She has
think,
to know
Larry,
better.
but right now she's. If you've noticed, Larry, how this whole season Monet is tripping. Like her mind is out of the game so much that she ain't thinking about nothing dealing with the game. She's thinking about her heart and she's thinking about getting Zeke to the NBA so they can get out this game. And so that has left her with some blind spots, Larry, some serious blind spots.
Now, did you see when they were at dinner or lunch, or I guess it was dinner? Not that one. The when Monet and
last episode
and Mecca were there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did this fancy restaurant not have a coat check? I'm like, how are you gonna eat with that big old puffy fur on? You're gonna spill something on yourself.
Hey man, she wasn't worried about that, Larry. She was there just to get her looks in. She was there to reminisce. She was there to just enjoy herself, kind of let go a little bit, let her hair down. But you saw
caramel on there.
But Larry, he probably would have licked it off too. And you saw, Larry, the minute she got a phone call from Z. I mean, the minute she got off that that helicopter, she bolted. She left your boy standing there on the helicopter pad and went straight to Z.
Yeah, but that was after she missed like 12 calls from him.
Hey man, everybody don't get service when you in the sky like that, Larry. they don't got the secret kind of technology stuff you got. Monet probably got a burner phone. She in the drug game, Larry.
She needs to step up her game then.
Oh my goodness.
going out on dates with people with them bootleg helicopters. Get a real one.
what damn, Larry, what you want the man to have? Airwolf? I mean, my God. Larry want my man to have the Airwolf helicopter.
He needs to have the Air Force One communication system up in his joint. She has kids to worry about. You can't be up in the air incommunicado and something happens to the kids,
Mm-hmm. Well, Larry, before we switch and get into the Hawkeye, I want to just shout out to everybody who's in here. We've got 195 on a Friday night, man. That's big time. Be sure to like the video,
too, man.
Yeah, and be sure to subscribe to Larry's channel.
Stuff.
Yeah, I'm about to get one of them because I want to ask you something that one of my commenters is saying. Because I can't wait. I already know what you're gonna say, but I just want to hear it. Here we go. Jess Sheldon. He says, which do y'all prefer, Monet or Rock, and who wears furs better? Larry. You already know what I'm gonna say, Larry. You ain't even gotta think hard about this one.
Man, if I have to choose who I like better, oh man, that's hard. I'm gonna say Tasha.
He ain't say Tasha.
Oh, man. No, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go outside probably. Oh, geez.
It's bad.
Maybe Monet. I'll tell you, I liked Rock a lot when I liked Rock a lot at the beginning of the season, but as it went on,
yeah, man,
I felt like there was no redeeming value left in her. I was like,
none.
I was left feeling like if she got shot in the back of the head, I would not care one single iota.
She started getting so just grimy. It kind of turned you off from the way she looked.
Yeah.
And right now, even though Monet has been in the game and she's still giving her kids bad advice, you can at the very least see that she wants out. She's trying to do something to get out.
Yeah. So, and we get to see that she has some feelings and some emotion that's like, what's her name seems a bit like a sociopath,
Talking about
Rock does, but Monet, you can see Monet still has some feelings. Like she's like the way that she is with Mecca. Like there's genuine love and affection there. It's all twisted and whatever else, but it's there.
Yeah, it's definitely there. He's pulling it out of her.
Like I didn't get a feeling like that with Rock at all. With Rock, I felt like almost like I do, like you do when you see dudes using girls. It's almost like she's a drug dealer and she got the hot chick, or drug dealer got the hot chick banging away. But the second that person's inconvenient for her, then she throws them away. And that's how it sort of feels with Rock. I wouldn't trust Rock anywhere. I mean, no.
Shout out to Moochie, who's in them comments holding it down. Shout out to Shoney12, who loves us. Shout out to my man Afro Congo Vlogs. Larry said he missed the big homie Larry, the living legend Larry. D Weave in the building, shouting out Larry. He's back. Let's see here. A lot of people in there saying they like Rock, man. Like I said, Rock's character behaved so badly, it turned me off from the way she looked. I mean, as a matter of fact, it made me look at her like she stink. Like she smelled like she sleep with Oscar the Grouch. Bro. I was just done, man. Like, because you remember, I was her biggest fan, Larry. Like the first 2-3 episodes, I was, and then just the way she did Kanan. I mean, the way she did her brothers. I was just like, man. But I'm gonna watch the show. Damn, I'm gonna watch the show.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of either one. I like Tasha. Now here they muddied up Tasha a little bit because in the beginning it was sort of like we just thought she was his housewife that sort of gotten, sort of a childhood sweetheart, became a housewife, and now she's mixed up with this big drug dealer. And then we start to learn more about her. Like she knew about all this stuff. A lot of the things, a lot of his moves he was making was because of her. And so they did muddy her up a little bit, but there's still much more to like about Tasha than these other two. But I mean, if we're gonna be real, I mean, I would love to see her back on here. Maybe she can come in and adopt what's Tariq's little sister's name?
Yaz.
Yaz. Maybe she can come in and adopt Yaz. She can work with Councilman Tate to get him elected. Bring back Ramona.
Oh Lord, I should have known. I should have known.
Bring her back.
I should have known.
I'm just saying, bring her back. She has everything that we need right there.
My God.
She's smart. She doesn't have any kids, so you can bring her in. She can have her kids. She doesn't even have to mess her body up by having one. She's politically connected, can run a campaign, so she can work with Tate to go ahead and get him elected to whatever position he's looking for. I mean,
so Larry, the word on the street is, Larry, she is coming back for
good. I like it.
That's the word on the street.
Maybe she'll come back. Maybe we'll find out. Like, I can't remember if she was a lawyer or not. Some of these political types are lawyers, and maybe she'll come back and find out that she's actually going to be Professor Megram's attorney, and that's how we'll get her back.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
That would be awesome.
I'm really interested to learn more about who's going to be an influence, because I see a lot of people talking about, man, I ain't watching that. I don't see nothing about no politics. I'm like, yeah, right. You're going because me and Larry know politics very well. And if you think the drug game is dirty, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Seen nothing.
You ain't seen bodies disappear in politics all the time. We never hear about it.
Yeah.
Never hear about it.
In with the drug game, you have clear sets of rules. You do this, you don't do that. You do politics. It's like, oh, I want to do this, but I can't do this, so I'm gonna go ahead and change the law to make it legal for me to do this. It's like playing a game where the rules are constantly changing. So
exactly, yeah, it's gonna be nuts, man.
I'll tell you one thing that I loved about this episode, and I love it. They do it often, but I think they did it exceptionally well. This episode is the writers are real slick about giving people philosophy lessons.
Yeah.
I love that. You have all these people who love watching all these hood booker shows, and they're watching this for all the drug dealing crap and getting philosophy lessons in the middle of it.
Exactly. And then they got the most hood girl in that class be dropping straight dimes on them. Yeah, man.
Thinking of that, we know this is going to come back when she dropped that joint in that bag of pills or whatever it was in Lauren's nightstand.
Course correct. That was course correct.
Yeah, but she dropped it in Lauren's nightstand. I think that's going to come back at some point. Whether it be, I would not be at all surprised if it turns out that Lauren either finds the same stuff and Tariq's, on Tariq or with Tariq, so she recognizes like this is what he's doing, and she sees it and realizes who he is, or somebody comes into her room and tosses her room or something, and she ends up in trouble about the drugs.
Exactly, Larry.
And then she's
Because
gonna be
look,
like, it wasn't me, I didn't do it,
right, because you already got the police lurking around the campus because of dead bodies and invading. You see, they came and got Tariq. So what makes you think they might not just get some kind of hunch, some kind of suspicion, and go bust down her door, see that she got a blunt in the drawer too that Brushonda left, and course correct drugs in there.
Right.
They didn't put that in there for nothing. I
have to wonder though, man. I wonder, it must be weird for those two, because those two in real life are dating. And I'm like, that has to be weird to film a sex scene, and you have like 20 people in the room. I mean, you have all the lighters, all the grips, and electricians, and the cameraman, the AD, the director. You have all these people in the room, and this is like what you guys do in real life.
Hey, at the very least, man, they like I said, they kept her covered up. Now, I thought that I've seen them have pictures and stuff up together, but for some reason I thought Tariq was trying to holler at Diana in real life. That's what I thought. But
I thought it was what's her name. But I mean, maybe I'm getting it wrong.
I see them in pictures all the time, but last Power, everybody was speculating he was with Diana because he stayed in pictures with her all the time.
Okay, maybe it's her then. Maybe I have it wrong. What's funny is that last year I was like, don't get me wrong, I always looked at Lauren like, yeah, Lauren's cute. Like if someone described Lauren as like, someone would be like, yeah, she's fine. She would seem like the traditional thing that somebody would say, oh, this chick is fine. And she is, but I always kind of felt like there was nothing really all that special about her. But something this year is like, I don't know, maybe they just turned it up a little bit for her, but she definitely has a different vibe to her this year. I like a lot.
Oh, man. Power does a great job of casting beautiful people. Yeah. I mean, everybody Tariq is in his quadrangle with is beautiful. Professor Meaghan was always the top of my totem pole, but like I said, I had to cut her ass loose because she went running back to, she don't know nothing. Professor Meaghan don't know nothing. So I had to just cut her ass. So I was done with her after that, but she's still a wonderful actress. Don't get me wrong, y'all. She's a great actress. I've seen her in Game of Thrones back in the day and some other shows. I like her. I'm going to try to interview her and just let her know how we feel about it. So, guys, I'm putting that out there. Man. Yeah, go for it.
I'll tell you the directors or whoever the cinematographers, directors, whoever's directing these people that when they shoot Diana, I just want to like punch them in the throat because they seem to catch her at all of her worst angles. Like this chick at certain angles, you see her and like, damn, she is just straight up beautiful. And then you see her other angles where they're shooting her. I'm like, why does she look funny now? I'm like, what are they doing? It's like they need to like change the lighting to sculpt her face different or something. It's like they keep catching her at these weird angles. But
right. And still I like the cast, man. Sometimes they get them all in different angles. Because we still ain't got a good angle of Cooper Saxe when he having sex. There ain't no good angle you're gonna get of that.
I feel like he might be in some weird like that. What do you call it when people start choking people out?
Oh my goodness.
Autoerotic asphyxiation. Because you saw him after the end of that last scene where they were both laid out, he had the thing tied up around his neck like he would have been getting choked.
Oh my goodness.
So I think he might be into some straight freakness.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we believe it's about to be going down in this coming episode. Post your comments. I will have my review up, and the winner of the t-shirt will be in that review. We're going to spend our last few minutes talking about Hawkeye, Larry, which I enjoyed so much this episode. I watched it twice. But before we dive into it, let me give you a little clip to show you who popped up. Because we seen it coming.
Yeah, we did.
From Black Widow's post-credit, we saw it coming, but we just didn't know how they was going to do it, and I love how they did it.
What is this number 4? What is this number 4 of the Young Avengers we have now?
Yeah, I mean, all of them about to be Young Avengers. You got Widow, you got Kate Bishop, you got
Wiccan and Speed.
Wiccan and Speed. You've got Lord have mercy. What is the other one?
I only counted 4: Wiccan and Speed, Yelena and Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop. Yeah.
So we have 4. There's like what? 12
Miss Marvel's probably gonna be with them too.
Right. Miss Marvel will come out soon.
Miss Marvel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a look at this, Larry, because this was a fire episode.
I've got your next target. Maybe you'd like a shot at the man responsible for your sister's death.
The person that wore this suit had a whole lot of enemies. Promised not that here for Christmas. Someone is hired. The Black Widow assassin. You're not my partner. You never were. Go home, Kate. It's over.
So Larry, Black Widow has been hired. She's coming back for revenge. She thinks that Hawkeye Ronin killed her sister, which he really didn't. Larry, talk about how you enjoyed this episode and all the things that it felt like.
Man, I love this so much. It was great. First of all, I just love the relationship between Kate Bishop and Hawkeye. I think it's fantastic. But it's so interesting the fact that she was going after him, because you would think, like, with all that she's gone through, like, we know she's not a widow anymore. We know that she's not a widow because they ended the widow program. Her and Natasha, they
didn't really end it, Larry, because you've got all those widows that they're trying to recruit and reprogram. So
right.
Yeah, they ended that. Well, boy, if I would have known we was going to get this, we would have started the Marvel conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's put your hands together. Let me put them on the screen before we put our hands together for them, because we're going to put our hands together. We got the big homie, One Take Big Dog, and let's give him the Hollywood soul clap. Here we go.
Hey, appreciate that.
One take. You done got in here to take a take on this past episode of Hawkeye, man. Sir. Talk to us, man. I watched it twice.
Sir. Oh, yeah, same. Listen, I was sitting back. I was watching y'all talk about power. I was just sitting in the cut. So I'm gonna wait, because I know I jumped the gun last time. I said I'm just gonna wait till this finish. And when it's done, I'm gonna jump in here, because I was ready to talk about. I've been waiting these past couple of days to talk about this episode with you guys, because we got after last week predictions that we had. We get a little bit more information.
Yes.
I'm starting to think I hit the nail on the head, you guys.
You know?
hey, man. Look, I told you, One Take. The more you do this, the more you start being in the writer's room. I told you.
I'll tell you the one thing that made me mad about this episode is, right?
Come on, Larry.
Once we saw Yelena, I know now that we only have 2 episodes left, and I'm like, you can't bring her in and only give us 2 more.
Oh, yeah.
Like at least 3 or 4 more.
Wait a minute, it's only 2 for real?
Yeah.
It's only 6 episodes.
Yeah.
So they're going to go next week, and then they're going to go the Wednesday right before Christmas, and that's it?
They're going to have to go hard next week with Yelena. Either that, or they're going to I don't even know. Maybe they'll go hard with her on the last episode, but they're going to have to go hard with her on one of these episodes.
Look crushed.
Man, because I literally look, my wife came home and saw me watching this, and I was like, look, go away. I can't talk to you right now. just chill out. And I was like, we got this, and we got like 4, 5 more episodes, because I'm thinking it was 8. It's only 6.
Six, my brother, 6.
Oh my Lord!
Just
when it's so One Take.
I want to know what kind of Jedi mind trick Yelena had, because Larry, I'm thinking the Kate had her thing. Dead to right. She had her, and Yelena just looked at her and said,
"That's it."
You know,
like, this ain't what you want.
Okay, I can solve that for y'all. Because when Yelena threw Kate over the top of the ledge, it was for 2 metaphors. Number 1, to remind Clint that she's here because that's how Black Widow died. And number two, she could have killed that girl if she wanted to. So I kind of feel like Kate Bishop was like, you know what? Maybe I need to listen to you in this moment because you could have had killed me in that instance, but you didn't.
Yeah.
And then y'all saw Hawkeye cut her. Yes, right,
yeah.
exactly. And speaking of which, what Larry's saying in this moment right here, literally, Yelena could have killed Hawkeye. She could have took out everybody on that rooftop with those stingers, but she did. Only one she really kicked to the curb was your girl that's deaf. So,
but did you see Maya? Maya was like, I don't know what's happening up here, but I'm out. Like, look, she was like, blink, I'm out. You guys got something else going on.
So what? Kate also had her dead the rights too. She had another arrow. Like, hey,
she had her.
Yeah.
Just walk away. Just walk away.
Now, did it surprise y'all when they actually let Kate Bishop shoot that arrow into that girl's chest? I was shocked.
Yeah, usually they'll knock it away or something that.
Larry, I was shocked. I was like, did Disney let her get arrowed? I was shocked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one take, talk about it, man. Round table, you know how you felt about this episode, your highlights, your lowlights, and damn, man, where we gonna go? Two episodes left. Good.
And listen, this is crazy. First of all, I don't know what's my favorite episode anymore. Because like I feel like each episode is it brings you something different. And I think the way this one was structured fit perfectly for where we at in the story. Because
I agree.
We had the moment between Jack and the mom, can't think of her name right now. And we had a little moment with her on the phone. I'm wondering who she might have been talking to, Larry. I'm wondering who she might have been talking to. You know,
y'all told us last week who she talking to. Y'all done told us.
No,
I think she was talking to Nick.
You know, she talking to that man in that big black suit. You know,
that's what she talking to.
Hopefully the white one. Yeah, hopefully the white suit. But like the whole way the episode was structured, and I think we also got something that Larry was talking. He was looking forward to last week, and that was like the maturity and growth of Kate. Kate realized, like, okay, man, I really put this guy in a bad situation. Let me do the best I can and like trying to help him and like bring this like holiday season around for him. And that's what I really enjoy. That's what you kind of like love about Kate's character just in general. Like she's like full of life and like she's willing like to like go the extra mile for people, you know. And so I enjoyed that. But then when we get into like the whole action stuff, now I loved like. Yelena and Black Widow. Yelena was my favorite part in Black
Me
Widow.
too.
Yeah.
Me too.
100%.
Me too.
So when she we knew it was her behind the mask, but when she showed up, I stood up. I couldn't sit down no more. I had to stand up. I was cheering. I know I'm supposed to be rooting for Hawkeye and Kate, but it was just a part of me just like, take him down, Yelena. Take him down. I was loving
They shouldn't even call this show Hawkeye. This show should be called Bishop. They should call it Bishop or something.
Yeah.
They should call it Yelena Bishop. That's what they should call it.
Bro.
Man, like, you know what got me one take? Yeah, I already knew kind of it was her in the mask, but when she pulled that stunt and she just looked at Kate Bishop and was like,
just saying that.
Yeah.
And she put that
Jedi mind tricked her.
I was like, whoa.
And she just the way she left, I said,
no.
Oh, God.
Bro,
that was dope,
boy. Look, let me tell y'all something. I felt like I had to watch it again, man. I just feel, but not only that, what about and I'm with you. I'm with both of y'all, and I think I confessed my love to Haley Steinfeld last week enough that she has that youthful. She has the youthful ignorance. She has the youthful vibrance, and she does have a good heart. She's still at that stage and age where she sees the good in people more than she sees the bad in people. But she understands that, you know, we have to have heroes. You can tell that. And I enjoy what she did for Hawkeye too, because she know a lot of what's going on kind of is because of her. And
they even talked about that, Lamont. When when Clint was about to go over to the apartment, and she basically just dipped out and went first. And he's even made some comment to the effect of like, it's because of your youthful immaturity that you're able to do things and get away with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's another one of the things I like. It's like she's able, the way Clint would have did it is completely different from the way Kate does it. But it works for who Kate is as a person. Clint's style, like, you know, going through the shadows, like sneaking and stuff, that works for him. But Kate is like this vibrant, just shining light where she's able to connect with people and weird them out enough to where it's like, I don't even want to know what this young lady is even up to. Let me get out the elevator with her.
You know?
So that, and what you just said, Wente, is expressed when she needed to go get his arrows from the guild. I'm not going to call them a play. I'm going to call them the guild.
Yes.
She had to go get his arrows from the guild. And like you said, Hawkeye runs in the darkness and all that. Hawkeye, for crying out loud, has a bow that he could just pop out and it pops out. Kate Bishop ain't got that. Kate Bishop got to walk around with her bow strapped around her chest. So she goes and meets these people. She negotiates with them. They fall in love with just who she is as a person.
Yeah.
Come back, and next thing you know, she about to get them to make them both a brand new Hawkeye suit. And did y'all catch the new nickname that she gave for Hawkeye?
I did. CB1.
CB1.
That was dope.
Oh my goodness, man! Wow. And talk about that scene too, Wente and Larry, when Clint was in the truck and Maya's #1 guy thought he was just gonna get in there and find his gun underneath the thing. Like, bro,
he took everything: the gun, the knife, the box cutter,
and then he thought he was gonna get the gun back, and Hawkeye took the gun, threw the shit,
threw it.
Man, this episode, man, out of all the series, this is definitely in my top 4 of all of them. Episodes. Of everything with Loki, WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier. This is in my top 4 of all those in terms of one single episode. I was like, man, this thing was good.
You know something else I noticed when he was talking to Kazi? He mentioned that Kazi has been around longer than anybody else in the Tracksuit Mafia. So it's just like, well, you would understand how things work more than anybody because you've been here longer. And that kind of leads me back to what I was saying. This guy is looking at Maya like, hey, you lacking. Like, you got the position because of like your daddy. I'm the person who's been here. I know the ins and outs of this.
Right.
I can see the betrayal. I'm just saying, I see the betrayal.
Well, look, y'all both said that Jack was definitely in on this. And they Hawkeye went and dug his information up. Jack is basically the head of the Tracksuit Mafia. Definitely.
Jack also disrespected Hawkeye by calling him Archer.
He did.
He did.
But that wasn't the only thing he did. He also disrespected him. It was a backhanded compliment. Oh, thank you for saving the world. That if y'all, I peeped that was a backhanded compliment. He kind of letting Hawkeye look, bro, I know what's going on here. But back to y'all's point from last week about the mom.
Before we move on to the mob, can we just talk about the casual police corruption?
The whole
no problem.
Larry,
we got you. I'm just gonna break into the evidence locker, steal evidence, and bring it right to you.
Say less. I got
Larry.
You. Don't worry
the
about
whole police guild is in on this thing, man.
What do you want to return? Oh, just let us come to your house and make snickerdoodles with you.
That's it. We just need some more friends. That's it. We need some
but I tell you what, Hawkeye better bring that bag back before homegirl girlfriend get back.
She was not.
He had a death grip.
Yeah.
You're like,
I don't know who her girlfriend is, but I tell you what, Hawkeye better bring that bag back.
Man.
Yeah.
She had some real value to that bag. Some real sentimental value.
I'll tell you, you about to really love someone to be with a LARPer. Because I up in the park and I see them swinging fake, so I'll be like, what's wrong with y'all? Like, I can almost don't understand like those Civil War reenactment people. I'm like, at least there's some historical value there. Y'all are just like LARPers.
Hey, Larry gonna have some LARPers in his yard tomorrow.
Right, man. Look. Larry said that, y'all. Lamont didn't say that. Larry said it.
Got nothing to do with that.
Don't come over here with that, man. Now, don't you come to this yard with that. Larry said that. Look, I support y'all movement. If y'all want to go get dressed up and shit with fake swords and brooms that look like swords, hey, do your thing.
They casting a spell on people, right? Come on now, okay.
Somebody's gonna invite me to one of their events, and I'm gonna have a gang of fun and become a LARPer.
Watch. So that leads me to: do y'all really still believe the mom is in with the daddy? Think about that phone call one take.
I think the mom is in on something, but it's not with that dude.
Yeah, I think she's above him.
I think the mama is in with, let me put my picture up, the very person that sent Yelena. That's who I think the mom was calling. Because I don't believe the mom would have that kind of access to Kingpin. But this young lady right here who's trying to start up her own Dark Avengers, where you think they getting their technology from? Who runs a worldwide security from? Kate Bishop's mom.
I hate how right you sounding right now. I hate how right you sounding right now.
And listen, let me bring it back to you. Didn't she tell Hawkeye that this case needs to be over? He said it can't be over, but I might do what I can do for your daughter. She took that as he's not leaving. Next thing we know, Yelena's here.
Gave the drop on him. Oh.
Try to tell y'all.
Damn.
Try to tell y'all.
We only got 2 episodes. One of us gonna be right.
One of us gonna
yeah.
So which way y'all think they're gonna go? I need some predictions. The people want to hear y'all predictions now. We need some predictions.
I still think the mama works for Nick Fury.
Oh, okay. So we got
I think the mama's a good guy.
We got Nick Fury with Larry. You got me with she talking to Fisk, Yep. She talking to Fisk. And we got Lamont with the person who's putting together the Thunderbolts.
Yep.
Oh, so I like this.
What's her name? Like the richest chick in show business, though.
Who?
What's her name? Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Is her name?
Yeah, it's Dreyfus. Yeah.
And she's worth like $6 billion or something like that.
No, man, she ain't worth more than Larry David. Larry David ain't even worth that much.
No, she's a bona fide billionaire.
Larry David a billionaire too, but not 6.
Nah, look her up, man. She came from money. She does this. She does all this for fun.
Damn. Well, she's funny. I mean, she's funny as hell.
God,
yeah, I mean, she's funny.
Fellas.
Uh-oh.
Who Rolex? What's up with the Rolex?
Oh, you know?
Yeah. Oh man.
And how what's her name get it?
Maya. You got me on that.
Maya.
Yeah. And Maya had a list of all Hawkeye people.
Yeah.
Right.
That
right there is enough to get you killed.
That list was real. Well, what you got on that Rolex one tape?
I have no idea because I'm looking. It said apparently it's somebody who used to work with Clint who's no longer in the game anymore. Who else could they bring in at this stage in time? I'm kind of like, it kind of got me stumped, to be honest. Also, his wife is like on point, like with the speaking in code, like she on point.
Yes, she really was.
Like she on point.
Now, they were not fooling the kids at all. The daughter was like, "Oh, she's speaking to dad."
The daughter know everything. Like the daughter too cold.
The daughter probably got her daughter jealousy radar up too. I know he out there treating somebody else like a daughter. He's supposed to be in this house with this family on Christmas. Now the thing is, one take. Do we have, with 2 episodes left, is that enough episode to get the family in any kind of trouble? You can't tie this whole thing up in 2 episodes if you have someone come and snatch the family.
Nah, I don't think so. I think, it's weird that it's only 6 episodes
It is.
Yeah.
Because next episode, I'm almost positive we have to focus on Yelena. Okay, we have to focus on her, and then, but we still have to think of the big storyline, which honestly, I don't even know what's that. It's like the tracksuit mafia, who they work for, like is Jack crooked, like all of those different things. Mom,
we know Jack crooked. We know he crooked.
Jack,
I think the major storyline is going to be that the mama is working with or for or with.
Ooh, gotta be.
And I'm telling you, because they about to get the Thunderbolts team set up, and if that mama's working security with them, that could be the overarching storyline. But at the end of the day, we know Yelena and Hawkeye are going to wind up being free.
Yeah,
there's just no way around that.
Yeah.
So how are we going to round that in 2 episodes?
We're not. They're gonna have to leave us hanging.
Oh,
come on,
but
Larry.
That's such a
come on, Larry.
Because I feel like what do you solve what they have to give us something? What do you think they'll give us?
I don't Kingpin.
Maybe
they're gonna give us the introduction. I don't know. I think they're gonna leave us hanging when it comes to Yelena, but I think they're gonna give us Kingpin, and I think we might at the last episode we might get the Defenders back. I think when they might be getting their ass kicked by Kingpin, we might see Daredevil, Luke, and Jessica come back.
Oh, listen, you might get it with Daredevil, but
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, I don't know. The other ones were just wishful thinking, but I think we're getting Daredevil because we already know he's coming back.
Yeah, we know about Daredevil, but I don't think he's gonna be in this series. I mean, Yelena is she was outstanding by herself, popping up. They showed you Kingpin already. We just need to see his whole face. And something terrible has got to happen to Maya. That's going to bring him out. That's how you lure him out. Let something bad happen to Maya. I ain't saying kill her, but let something bad happen to Maya.
That would have to happen like next episode, though, right?
Next episode. And Marvel tweeted that the next episode is going to be immaculate.
What?
Wow.
Oh wow, that's what they just put some pressure on themselves.
You know,
man,
they better deliver.
Ooh,
I mean, literally, when I saw this episode, I saw it yesterday. I was like, man, I should have watched it Wednesday and said, y'all, we need to get on and talk about this Thursday night. I was so amped after watching this. I was like, whoa! I was about ready to do Easter eggs and all that because there was a couple of Easter eggs in Hawkeye's house. When Kate brought the pizza party over there. Number one, did y'all catch that cup Hawkeye was drinking out of? The Thanos cup?
Coffee mug?
Oh, yeah.
Then he had a poster.
What was it?
It was talking about Thanos. Then he had a poster.
Thanos, it said Thanos was right.
Right.
Yeah, I did see that. Then
he had a poster in the background. I was amped on this one, man. I was amped on this one. I am thoroughly pleased with Hawkeye because y'all heard me say that I didn't want to see it, and now that I done got involved, I'm thoroughly involved. Everybody has been great. I'm a fan of Kate Bishop, Haley Steinfeld. You got me hooked for life. Yeah. What do y'all see? Let me get y'all's final predictions. I'll start with you, Larry.
Before we do, I just wanted to point out one other thing I just loved about it. I love that Hawkeye, even though he knows she's young and inexperienced and somewhat immature, he's not treating her like she's stupid,
No,
he's not treating Kate, because like when she asked him, when she was sort of talking, thinking out loud about Ronan, and then she said, "It was you, wasn't it?" He didn't treat her like she was dumb and be like, "What are you talking about? Of course not." No, He was just like, everybody dealt with the blip in their own way, and was like, I'm not going to acknowledge, I'm not going to admit it, but I'm not going to not say it wasn't me, So,
I mean, he's still dealing with grief. She figured that out. She figured out that Natasha Romanoff, she figured that thing out when he was talking to her about that. I mean, Kate Bishop ain't no dummy.
I'm right.
She's legit. No dummy. Yep. So, Larry, give me your final prediction for what's going to happen next week, when knowing that Marvel done said this thing going to blow up the internet.
I think we're gonna see Kate get in a bit of trouble. Well, both of them, but I think we're gonna see Kate get in a bit of trouble, and we're gonna see the mom emerge to be the true Gia that she is, and we're gonna see how mom's gonna come through like a straight champ, and all of a sudden her daughter's gonna be like, "Wait, what?" You know? So, and I think it might be because normally the way these big episodes work is when everybody gets revealed for what they are, who they are. So I wouldn't be surprised if next episode the mom gets, it's revealed to the mom who dude is. Either she doesn't know and it's going to be revealed, or she does know and now the reveal is going to be that, like, I already know who you were, Mom. I'm keeping an eye on you. We're together because I'm keeping an eye on you. And then maybe you see Nick Fury come out of the shadows with his G'd up black trench coat.
Larry missed Nick Fury. Nick Fury is not going to be in none of these, man. Nick Fury got too much stuff going up in space right now with the Skrulls and the war they about to be having with the Kree. We're not going to see Nick Fury down here on Earth. Not no time soon. Nick Fury is in that plane with Sword. That's where Nick Fury at. Larry.
We need to have Nick Fury. We need to have Black Cap and Killmonger. They can have a series with the three of them. They can call them AAA, African American Avengers, right there.
Okay.
The three of them, right
I like
there.
that. The AAA. Wow, this dude here, man. I might have to put that on a T-shirt. AAA.
T-shirt.
So
before I do get into the prediction, because I saw y'all was talking about the Young Avengers, and y'all named 4. The 5th one, isn't it the guy who was with the Black Captain America, his nephew?
Yes. Isaiah Bradley's grandson, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I think we might see him in probably like the next Captain America film.
Right. Definitely.
Hopefully they'll utilize him in there.
I hope so, man. You got to do it.
Yeah, but
go ahead and do it.
But as far as these predictions for next episode, Yelena is not about to back off. I'm kind of in like the same ballpark sort of as like Larry, but I think Yelena's definitely going after them. Hawkeye and Kate definitely have to team up to take down her because we know she's the real deal. But in some kind of situation, Kate's gonna find herself in danger, and also because they still have Maya on their back. The mom, I think she knows stuff. She gonna call, ask for a favor. Hey, can you call so and so off? She's gonna be denied, but she's going to end up getting Kate out of a tough situation. But Kate's gonna find out that her mom is working with the head honcho, Wilson Fisk. And she, you know how they do have those moments like, oh, Mom, I can't believe you did this. It was like, I had to do it for so-and-so reasons, blase. Kate ain't going to want to hear it. She was like, how could you? Yeah, we gonna get that. And
I think the mom is a good guy.
You said what?
I just think the mom is a good guy.
I don't trust her a lick. I don't trust her a lick.
But man, if the mama is crooked, golly,
where does that leave their relationship?
Right, one take you got me tizzy. Like if the mom is crooked, she obviously is in a more power position than Jack is. Because I don't even think Jack is. They had us thinking Jack is real tough, but I don't think he's that tough.
Oh no, Jack gonna be made to look like a fool next episode. Watch.
Okay.
Now, who's gonna have the boss battle with him? Is it gonna be Hawkeye or is it gonna be Kate? Because we haven't really got to see him fight. We know he has crazy skills, but we haven't really got to see him fight yet.
Maybe Black Widow will do it.
Yelena?
Yeah. Because you see she was handling everybody on that rooftop.
I don't think we're gonna see him fight though, y'all.
I don't either.
We might see him smash somebody's head into a car. I really won't see him smash another person's head into a car. But I think we gonna see just that boss presence. Well, the mom's gonna get involved after he tells her not to, right? And he gonna check her, and she gonna be like super nervous. While she got that going on, she's dealing with Kate, who's mad at her because she's working with him. Jack and then the mom pretty much gonna tell Jack, yeah, I know what you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, she basically gonna tell him like, yeah, and as far as like status, I'm above you when it comes to terms of talking to Kingpin. But yeah, some kind of way, and also we're gonna get Yelena teaming up with them. Maya's like the loose thread though.
She the wild card.
She's the wild card. Yeah.
She's the only one I just can't confirm. But then again, like since Kingpin is her uncle, maybe she does the dirty work. I don't know.
Well, let me ask y'all this before we get out of here, because I got to know what is Maya's real motivation?
Revenge.
That's it.
That's it.
Just revenge on
She's
Roman.
blinded. Like she's completely blinded by revenge. And that's why I think she's looking up like Hawkeye's family. It's like, well, if this person actually did kill my dad, he got a whole family. I can pick one.
Right.
What if she on her way to that family right now? Yelena and Kate Bishop are going to have to save the family for Hawkeye.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, what if he shows up to Christmas ready to surprise the family
and they go
Echo's in the house?
Yeah.
The daughter can shoot though. The daughter can shoot.
She can,
but if you don't see it coming, what you gonna do? And I believe Laura is tougher than what we think too. Hawkeye's wife. But if you don't see the arrow coming, how can you block it?
Yeah.
That is true.
Man, I can't wait, man. Look.
But maybe Hawkeye never got his family back, and maybe they're all Skrulls. Maybe this is a tie-in to Secret Invasion.
he trying to get Dick Fury in this anyway.
Larry. Why do you want Nick Fury in this so badly, Larry?
Because at first I'm like, oh, he want Nick Fury in here some kind of way.
Golly, man. Hold on, fellas. We got one more person that want to jump in and maybe say something. Let me get B. Avery in here before we go, just to hear what he got to say. Because Larry gonna have Nick Fury and everything.
What's B doing? Should he be running YouTube tests? Right? B's about to get a job at YouTube as a streaming engineer. He's gonna know more about streaming than they do.
Well, when he's B, I just sent a link to your IG. When he's done with them. When he's done with them, they should pay this man because, man, they've been putting my man through the damn. Yeah, man. So, look, if Echo has got to show up at the house. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, joining the stage as we get ready to conclude. It's the big homie, hardest working man in YouTube, B. Avery, my brother. B. How you feeling tonight, brother? How you feeling?
I'm pretty good, man. Just woke up from a little nap, so I'm good, energized, feeling fresh. Yes.
Well, I'm glad I caught you on the tail end of this, man, because I'm interested to know how you feel about this last episode.
Hold on, Lamont. I just want to let everybody in the comment section know that because he said he just woke up from a nap, you'll probably be able to catch like 5 or 6 tests tonight at like 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I'm not giving up. But actually, this is my least favorite episode of the series so far. Yeah.
Man, what the hell? Man, his least. God, I got it.
Yeah, they all left. I'm gonna keep it going.
Oh, have mercy, man. What in the world?
So y'all love this episode.
Oh my God!
This was the best one so far.
No, it was my least favorite. The reason why is Katie, whatever her name is, she was just getting on my damn nerve because she just doesn't listen. And I don't even know if I've talked to y'all about this, Lamont and Larry, but so far the first 3 episodes, Hawkeye was my favorite of all of the MCU shows. You know, I was loving it, but I'm not saying that episode 4 was bad. It was just my least favorite. And that's just because of Haley Steinfeld's character. She just doesn't listen. I just thought it was too corny, her going to the LARPers and be like, hi, I'm Kate Bishop. I'm an official Avengers. I'm here on Avengers official mission. And, you know, and then she wouldn't shut up in the elevator talking to old dude. I'm like, Hawkeye cannot go home to his family. He's been trying to retire for years. But he can't go home because you wanna play wannabe, and you're making it worse, saying, "Hi, I'm here on official business." I mean, they was on the roof he trying to he this dude on fought Thanos, you know, world threat level events. He trying to give her the instructions. She not listening. She just want to go down there by herself, cross over. I'm just like, you idiot, what are you doing? And then when she shoots the strobe light silent alarms in the house, she's Hawkeye's getting beat up by Yelena. He's like, well, why don't you say anything? Where you at? Hello? Like, can you not hear that he's getting his ass pounded? And he like leave the apartment, and she just like, I don't know what it's just she falls off the roof. He's like, go home, but then she wants to run back up there again. I'm like,
love
you know,
it,
like
love it.
I know.
Love it.
Hawkeye should have illustrates all of her inexperience and her youthfulness.
No,
Loved it.
Do it.
This man, Beaver came in last minute with completely different. Yes,
you know, he said, "Let me go here and piss on all your happiness."
Man, she is getting on. She is getting on my nerve, and Hawkeye needs to just shake her ass and be like, "Listen, you either listen to what I'm saying, or I'm gonna let you die because I'm tired of saving you."
But Hawkeye's not gonna do that. And the fact that she's showing her youthfulness with everything you mentioned is what's making her character great.
And it's why it's working too. Like everything,
right?
The whole way of going about it is very, very different from his because they have two different personalities and two different types of characters. And so the way he moves and like you gotta just Hawkeye is kind of like a downer, okay? A lot of the time. I understand he's trying to go home, but this is how his character is most of the time. Haley Steinfeld's Kate Bishop is super energetic, and that got them the trick arrows back.
Yeah,
Hawkeye would have went there. They're like, okay, you're an Avenger, we understand that, but I'm not gonna risk my job for you. Kate goes there, talk to him like Tom, like, oh yeah, I can walk with y'all this weekend.
You know, I'm not gonna risk my job for you. It's either you give me back my arrows, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm an Avenger. You know what I'm saying?
It works that way for everyone.
B. Avery, he can't go over there and beat up the police force.
Why not? He is an Avenger.
It don't matter.
Bro, and it's his property. It's his property. What are you talking about?
No, it was seized. It was in the evidence locker.
It was seized. He can't just run up there and take it. The whole police, he can't be. He's not the whole.
You getting the shootout on the highway and drop your gun. You can't go back to the police like, I need my gun back.
Yeah,
I paid for it.
I can do what I want. I have saved the world. I saved the world. I saved the universe. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm running around slapping everybody. No, get out of my way. I want all my food for free. Taxes. No.
Be Avery. They didn't even
save the universe.
They didn't even give Falcon alone. What the hell makes you think they're going to give his arrows back? No,
I don't know.
No,
exactly.
Hey, listen, let me know if B. Avery saved the world. Listen, y'all better watch me.
But you don't have to worry about that as long as we have casual police corruption. We're all good. He got his arrows back. You know, they were like, oh yeah, no problem. I can help you with that right here. And the other dude was like, no, we can help you with that.
Yeah,
we can do corruption.
I haven't had a chance to tell you, but I think you asked me this before the season started, that I told you this was my least anticipated of the shows. But now that I've watched it, I've been loving this thing, man. I've been loving this series. I'm glad y'all convinced me to hang in there and watch it because I've loved it. This last episode was one of my top 4 of all the series we've seen so far from Marvel. Loved it.
Yeah. I like this series better than I like Loki, but I think Loki was probably more important to the overall story of the MCU because it talked about a lot of different things and filled some holes. It also broke a few things, but it filled in a lot of holes.
It tied together the Kang the Conqueror thing. I can see where you're going with that.
Here's my thing. If this show manages to have, if it's episode 5 is as good as it say, or even just on the same level as the first 4, and they finish it off with the season finale, that's the best episode. It'll be my favorite Marvel Disney Plus show by far.
By far.
By far.
And me, I'm with you guys. I love this show. It's my favorite out of all of them. I just wasn't in love with this last episode. You know, I'm not saying that episode was trash. But while I was loving the first 3 episodes, this one I was just kind of like, all right, Kate, you tripping now. You need to stop it. You know.
I feel like Kate developed though from last, cause like her even showing up like, man, it is my fault. You know, like this guy, I put him in a situation. Let me show up, pay attention. It's like it's Christmas marathon movie night. Cool, let's do that. You know, she was also she did everything. It's just that one scene you talking about when she was on the roof. It's like, well, that's how you would do it. Like, that's not really my style. I'm gonna have to do it. You know, I'm gonna have to. She has to still be her own hero. You know, she can't be Hawkeye number 2.
And let's not forget, on that roof, I know Yelena was giving it to him, but Hawkeye nor Kate were really fighting to kill anybody. They were really fighting defensively. They weren't fighting to kill anybody. I feel like if she came at Hawkeye and dude was like in his Ronin mode and he was trying to kill her, I'm not sure that fight would have went down the same way.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I just look at it. I just look at it like if somebody's drowning in a pool and they're like, help me. And I jump in and save them. And they're like, oh my gosh, thank you for saving me. We get out, then they jump right back in. You know, I'm not gonna save them again. That's what I feel like Kate did when she ran back upstairs. I'm just like, you're an idiot.
I hope none of your friends or family ever become drug addicts.
So you wouldn't want her to walk away?
Yes.
But the thing is, Hawkeye is going to save her again. That's the thing. That's what's making this dynamic a rotating wheel. Even though Hawkeye's trying to put his foot down and say, Hawkeye's not good. Hawkeye sees another Hawkeye in her. He's going to help this girl.
But this is why that's why he's so perfect for that. They're so perfect for each other because Hawkeye has kids that are not like Kate is not that much older than her kids because Hawkeye is a 16-year-old and her kid and I think Kate Bishop's only supposed to be like 22 or something like that.
Yeah, 22.
Like fresh out of college. So he understands the way those young sort of barely adolescent people are thinking because he has kids and I think it's like he's perfect for it because he just kind of lets her do her thing. We don't see him get mad at her. Sometimes he gets really firm with her. Like when they're on the roof and he said, this just got real. You just had seriously real. You got a black widow that came for you. Gets real serious with her at times, but he never gets really mad at her. And I think that's sort of just like a father talent, you know?
So B
to that.
Oh, yeah. So B, how did you feel about Yelena coming in this episode? I haven't heard you say anything about Yelena.
Yeah, I liked it. A lot of people are complaining about it, and I don't understand why. I mean, it's all subjective, but we knew that she was coming, and I just don't understand the kickback. I mean, it was fine. I liked it. I didn't know it was her until the mask was pulled off. You know, I know other people was like, "Oh, I knew it was hers." Like,
I literally said that a couple minutes ago.
The what?
I literally said that same thing a couple minutes ago.
That's real. Like, I mean,
I didn't know it was her.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was her.
I didn't know.
I have a good idea.
I liked it. You know, that scene was kind of dark though, but it was kind of cool. I mean, it was. I don't know why she just jumped off the roof though. Like
that was special.
Okay,
that was
that looked cool.
But I'm gonna ask y'all this though: how y'all feel about Hawkeye wife?
In terms of
she's definitely in the game.
Yeah,
I like
she's definitely in the game.
Right before you got on, I just said to them, Hawkeye wife know more than what they leading on. I just said that to the fellas right before you got on. But I'm still worried.
She's also doing research. She's doing intelligence work for him because he called her and asked about stuff, and she came back with all kinds of info.
Everything she had all the intel on Jack. That's when he learned Jack was head of the tracksuits, had the LLC, floating money here, there, and everywhere. But that makes me scared for her, B. Avery, because you saw that note that was in Echo's house. Echo had the note with his whole family, and then they just mysteriously, Yelena drop kicked Echo. Echo took off and ran. I think she's going straight to Hawkeye house.
You know, I just shout out Reggie M in the comments. I think he just made a great point because they did a lot of where's Anita at? They did some foreshadowing when they when he told the story about his favorite shot was a shot he didn't take. Yeah. And it turned out to be Black Widow, and then here it is where Kate didn't take that shot at Yelena, and as we know, that eventually Yelena's going to come in. They're all going to work together as part of the Young Avengers. So
great one.
Yeah,
good looking, Reg.
Yeah,
good looking, Reg. That was all from this same episode when he dropped the story on Kate Bishop, and she didn't take the shot. Plus, like I said, Kate Bishop realized Yelena could have killed her if she wanted to. When she threw her off that roof, she didn't have to have her anchored. She could have been done. That could have been it. No more Kate Bishop, but she didn't.
Right. You know what I understand though? Like the last episode when they were running around, like I get his whole thing where he's deaf or deaf in one ear and hard of hearing, I guess he says. I get all that. But they ran around like half the last episode looking for trying to get that thing fixed with the little Asian lady at the shop. And then she was up there translating, not this episode, the one before, where he was translating. Kate was up there writing stuff, translating for him with the son. And I'm like, why didn't they just stop by like Dwayne Reed and go pick up another hearing aid? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like literally, you guys are walking down the streets. Why don't you just say, let me just dip into Dwayne Reed or Walgreens and grab me another one right quick, and then I'll get my main joint fixed when we have time. I mean, some stuff doesn't make any sense.
I never thought about that.
This dude, Larry, boy, you be picking up on all the small details.
I mean, if you get cut, are you just gonna run around bleeding to death, or are you gonna stop by and go grab something and fix yourself right quick? It's the same thing. You can't. If you get we saw a few months ago when you were up there, you couldn't barely see. My glasses are gone. You didn't sit running around talking about, I can't see. Somebody come up here and read this for you. You ain't got no glasses. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. Dip in, go get you a hearing aid, and then get your real joint fixed when you get time.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have enjoyed this treat of 4 strong, solid African-American males on a Friday night. If you're a lady watching this, don't tell your husbands about us unless they love good TV. So be sure to subscribe to everybody's channel. All the links are in description. They all put out super great content. And before we go, let's see what they got going on their channels in the next couple of days. Larry, we'll start with you. What's good?
Yeah, man, I've just been doing more and more tech reviews. I'm gonna start working on a Christmas gift list this coming week, and I'm gonna work on another one, a 2 list. One's gonna be sort of a Christmas gift tech list. Another one's gonna be like a last minute Christmas gift list for people who need those last minute gifts. People have just been sending me a lot of stuff, so I just have a lot of stuff that I get to play with now and enjoy. And I have a GoPro coming early next week, so that's going to be a lot of fun to get that cracked open and test it out. And that's kind of it, man. Just chilling, enjoying still being alive in the midst of this crazy pandemic we're still in. Oh yeah, wear a mask. Don't forget, Omicron's out there. Put a mask on.
Gotcha. One Take, what's up on your channel?
Just a few trailer reactions. Saw a couple movies yesterday. I just uploaded my review for West Side Story, and
how was it?
I thought it was phenomenal. That spoiler for the review, but yeah, I thought it was great.
He'll go in greater detail on the review what he liked about it.
Yeah. And I also saw Don't Look Up. I had a double day yesterday, so I saw Don't Look Up, the film that comes out on Netflix. I think the 24th.
What's that about?
The Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence got a comet about to hit the earth. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. More details in the actual review.
Yeah.
That's all I got right now.
Hey, y'all, check the dude out, man. Dude, have you laughing, man. I love his reviews. Him and B. Avery, when I get up and work out, I watch them a lot when I'm working out to get my day going. I'm just waiting for B. Avery to pull out that bleach bottle again. I think he done retired. I think he done retired. One of his reviews, he was trashing the thing, and I was like, dude, this deserved the bleach.
Bro, nothing tops acrimony, though.
Nothing tops acrimony. Nothing tops acrimony.
That review is legendary, man.
No, he had a review where Cynthia Erivo was in one of the reviews. That's what got me hooked on it. My man was drinking the bleach and destroying them. I was like, I gotta meet this dude. I gotta figure out what this dude is all about.
You talking about Harriet?
Yes,
Oh,
yes. Yeah,
Man.
God, he tore it.
That movie actually made me mad. Most of the times I look at the movie, I'll be like, this is just stupid or this is garbage. That movie actually made me angry.
Man, people really thought some people really thought that movie was good, man.
Yeah.
I mean, because you were settling for. You were just settling for Hollywood bull job. And it's not even made for this video. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Hell, Cynthia Erivo ain't even from. Okay, never mind. Avery, what you got going on your channel?
Yeah, I just posted 2 reviews for The Unforgivable, which is on Netflix. And
what's her name?
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one, and also Being the Ricardos with Nicole Kidman and Javier Bardem. That was pretty good too. Next reviews are going to be for Kingsman.
Okay.
Saw that
there's a new one coming out.
Yeah. It's like the origin story. Kingsman, and I'm gonna try to get a review for a Swan Song coming this week as well with Mahershala Ali. So that's what I got coming up.
Dude, be working out. Do you two on the bottom? Are y'all gonna get the chance to see Spider-Man early before next Friday?
I see it Thursday night.
Tuesday night for me.
Tuesday night. Man, we might. I know Larry don't do the movie theater, but we might have to talk about that too next week. The ones who watch it, because I'm probably going to see it. Like I said, my theater. If you check in with them, they'll tell you how many people are going to be there, and they do a cutoff system trying to be pandemic friendly. So I might go get a chance to check that out Friday, so we can talk. We can kind of round table it as best we can. Without spoiling it, I guess we can spoil it a little bit next Friday.
I'm gonna Google and see if I can find me a drive-in somewhere.
Bro, what happened to your Thanos snap finger, man? What's going on?
It's called mommy thumb.
Mommy thumb, okay.
Yeah. So what happens is there's these ligaments that run from tendons, run from your thumb to here, and what happens when you're picking up a child like this and doing this often, you inflame it. And so what I did was I didn't worry about that inflaming. That didn't bother me. But I did mess it up worse when I tried to snatch 315 and that just shoot. And now I got to keep the ligaments straight so that they can untangle and let the inflammation go down, then I can pop out of this thing.
Be careful, bro. Be careful.
Hey man, I can handle that, but I just didn't take this. I didn't take this whole mommy thumb thing serious. I was just like, man, this is a pussy. Nah. And then I get in there.
Got into a fight with L and lost again.
Nah. Well, basically I did. That's basically what happened. So basically, ladies and gentlemen and women, if you're repeatedly picking up your baby and doing this in the car seat, be very mindful. If you start feeling a pain right in here in your wrist, keep this thumb straight for a little while and take some ibuprofen. Don't get yourself caught up, and then definitely don't go do no 315-pound snatches. Don't do that. Just chill out with it. So, but that's what happened, man. So I got to use this snap finger for a couple of weeks. Just like that. I do like Hawkeye did. I can take that quarter, boop.
You might can take out about like 10% of the population with that one right there.
Yeah.
I mean, you might snap with the wrong hand and bring like 50% of the people back to life.
Oh no!
And now everybody be overpopulated.
No,
or you snap and you bring all the DC into Marvel with just a snap. Boop. Just like that.
Man,
and
might have
Dragon
some
Ball
good
Z.
DC movies then.
Well, we get the dub. Quick. I just want a quick thing. And I know this is completely off topic,
Go
but did anybody see The Rock post a picture with I think it's
I saw it,
and like he was talking about if you ever want to step across, to like the DC, bro, The Rock is hyping up how strong Black Adam is non-stop.
Man,
It
he's
better be
so
good.
in it. He's so. Did you see when he said that we need to expect to see a Black Adam Superman fight?
Yeah.
Rock said that.
Yeah.
Rock said that. He said, look, the way he hyping it up is as if he has decided to put it on his shoulders to resurrect DC. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right here.
Yeah.
There he go.
Yeah.
There he go. There you go.
It better be good.
Listen, he got my expectations pretty high right there because he is super confident.
Yeah, have y'all seen the Black Adam short film? The animated short film?
Oh yeah.
The one with Superman in it?
Yeah.
Oh, loved it. Love it.
I haven't seen it. Where can you watch it?
Oh my God, you ain't seen it, Larry. It's on HBO. Oh my God.
No, I don't check for DC that often. It's usually because their stuff usually garbage. So usually I
Larry,
just
the cartoons is never garbage. Larry, stop
knew we should have got out of here before we let him get to talk about DC.
Here he go, man. Look,
it's an animated joint.
Yes, Larry.
Okay, so it's probably good because DC's animated stuff is usually fire.
It is. It's great.
Live
it is
action
great.
Stuff fire too, man.
And it was one thing I wanted to ask y'all before okay. The second Mortal Kombat, the second part that came out this year, had any one of y'all watched that yet?
The Battle for the Realms?
Yes.
Man, I feel like I watched that movie like 3 times, but I watched it at bad time because I kept falling. I don't think I remember the ending. I don't.
B. Avery, how did you like it?
I loved it. Shao Kahn is a beast.
He's a beast.
He can whoop ass. Matter of fact, check out Death Battle on YouTube. They had an updated version of Shao Kahn versus Akuma. It's fire. It's fire.
It's fire.
It's fire. Check it out. Check it out.
Yeah, but that should be on y'all's list too, man. I think B. Avery was the only one that clicked like when I got in the group and told y'all about it.
Yeah.
Because man, I was like, because the first one was fire. You know, Scorpion went in. In this one, I ain't even gonna give it away, but it's fire.
I remember. I just don't think I finished it. That's my only thing. I'm gonna finish it tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, hey, Lamont, real quick, shut my screen if you can. If you can. Y'all see this on the far right here? It came out a month ago. Akuma versus Shao Kahn.
Yeah.
Watch it. You will not regret it. The animation is dope. The fighting is amazing. You know, I don't know if y'all know how it works, but they have they describe each character, go over all the pros and cons at the beginning, and then they actually animate a fight at the end.
Oh yeah, Death Battle go hard.
Yeah, it's freaking amazing. So check that out if you can.
I'm subscribed to them, and I watch them every now and then. I don't watch them all the time, but I do try to catch them every now and then.
I watch a lot of their anime fights. A lot of their anime fights.
Yeah.
It's good. So, ladies and gentlemen, you got extra bonus material. We done gave y'all most stuff to watch this weekend besides Power and Hightown and all the stuff we're going to be reviewing. Be sure to go check these brothers out, man. They'll entertain you. Larry will get you up on that tech. And you can always go check out my other channel so that you can stay up to date in your investing journey, your stocks, your real estate, saving money, that type thing. To that next Sexy as Hell video, we'll see you.